So, folks, this is some of the posts that Surgery 411 put on her page. And she's warring with another person who also posts up surgical stuff about the everyday person as well as celebs. And this is what she posted up. From the text messages going back and forth, you can tell that there's a beef that's going on with these bloggers who put out surgery information. You update where celebrities went. Am I correct? That's all I ever heard about you. Oh, and that one time when you let a pediatrician do your lipo. We're not in the same imaginary world. Unlike you, I'm really outside on this surgery stuff. You're known over the world, baby. I traveled the world from New York, Miami, the DR, to Istanbul, and added more cities and countries for surgery. From Nigeria to Oregon, they heard of Surgery 411. Oh, and TV? A little sidebar here, folks. I never heard of Surgery 411. Have you guys? Drop it in the comments section if you have, because she said she's known worldwide. I never heard of this woman until this Spice story broke. But then again, I don't get it wrong much. Anywho, that was a little sidebar. Getting back to the story. Let me see what else she put out there. Because she's leading up to the point where she's going to be discussing Spice. So she says, baby, I traveled the world. From New York, Miami, to DR, to Istanbul, and adding more cities and countries for surgery. From Nigeria to Oregon, they heard of Surgery 411. Oh, and TV? I couldn't do what you did if they paid me. At me. When you broke real stories, you ain't no blogger. If I did what you did, post celebs and say their doctor was X, Y, and Z, I would get $5,000, like on a picture, and have over 100K followers. I don't care who celebs went to. I care about real viewers from the everyday woman. You can't help no one get their money back. You ain't ever give away $500,000 in chin lipo, free BBLs, or breast augmentations. So she continues to tell this other person off. And she says, 411 continues to say, known around the world by who? Post the negative everyday woman stories for 5 years, then get at me? Like I said, you rang the bell, but you didn't break the shot. People, when I read these stories, the ebonics just kills me. I gotta make sense of it. What is this shot? S-H-A-T. Is that the same as S-H-I-T? Let me know in the comments. The world. I would walk past you in the streets and not know it's you. Boop, 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 boop. Shots fire. So clearly, folks, Surgery 411 and this other blogger is in it. Okay? They are beefing. I just got to find out who this other blogger is to see her rebuttal. In another post, Surgery 411 posted this on her page, and it has to do with Spice. So, of course, I have to bring it to my subscribers. So she's conversating with another individual, and she's bringing the conversation to her page. So this particular post says, so essentially, she saved her life. Something her Airbnb nurse couldn't do. And mind you, I don't really F with Maria. I might see her once a year. If I do, a delivery at her house. So the tweets went on to further explain about how Maria saved Spice's life. So it says here, essentially, if what the tipsters said is true, yes, Maria did save Spice's life, taking her from the Airbnb to her home, then to the ICU. I'm told her massage therapist said Spice doesn't look good. And the reply in this text says, so So essentially, she saved her life. Something her Airbnb nurse couldn't do. And mind you, I don't really F with Maria. I might see her once a year if I do a delivery at her house. So guys, this beef is real between these women. It seems as though it's like 2-3 bloggers involved in this beefing, and I think it probably has to do with money. How much they get for these to take care of these people when they go down there to the DR. Because in this text, as you can clearly see, it says here, I might see Maria once a year if I do a delivery at her house. So Maria is supposed to be this nurse who takes care of anybody who goes into surgery. If you contact her, then she's going to take care of you. Or I guess through the consulting agency. This is what I'm gathering from all this texting back and forth with 411, surgery 411, and the people she's beefing with, and who's siding with her, who's not siding with her, how many trips they make, how much money they got in the bag, all this foolishness. Okay? So, but what grabbed me with this particular text is when the person says, I might see her once a year if I do a delivery at her house. And I'm saying to myself, a delivery? Well, they're treating people like if they're just like a grocery deliveries. I guess they don't want to call any names, so they got to say a delivery. They don't want to out people, everybody who's getting surgery. So if that's the case, I'm wondering, why did they even have to mention Spice or even discuss Spice or even said she was having surgery? If it's true, which I don't believe, but if it's true, why you gotta out this particular celebrity and you're saying a delivery at her house? Like if you're protecting other people, why not protect Spice? Because in my opinion, even if she chooses to have surgery, that's her prerogative. It's her body. She can do with it whatever the hell she wants to do with it. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, the way I feel about this whole situation, I feel that surgery 411 has really crossed the line in outing Spice, if indeed Spice had surgery. And anybody who knows of this surgery 411, I don't know if she's a consultant or she is involved in people having lipo, but I wouldn't use her because she's a blabbermouth. You can't use people when they're blabbermouth. So I don't know if she strictly blogs or if she does other things, but if she's strictly a blogger and is just informing the public as to what's going on from her sources, that's different. But if she's involved in consulting also, I wouldn't use her at all. Because anybody who likes to tell other people's business, then they can't hold your secret, right? And this is from another post on Surgery 411 page. And this particular post is from Gossip of the City T. And this is what this particular post says. And 411 posted it. This ain't no story. So I'm gathering from the opening of this statement that this is one of her enemies, Surgery 411 enemies. And I'm reading these blogs because I want to know what they're saying about my girl Spice, because you guys know I love Spice. So let's continue to see what this woman, this blogger who opposes Surgery 411 says. She says, this ain't no story. But what I will give her is she rang the bell and that's it. Spice didn't stay at a recovery house. It was an Airbnb. So this is the newest post on 411 from 411. And she put this out, I guess like 12 hours ago. And she says, our source informed us that despite many claims, she did not suffer from a heart attack. She is surrounded by family and receiving support from the U.S. Embassy. According to her ultrasound, the international star is stable. So guys, drop it in the comment section. Again, we are reporting, but we are saying allegedly until Spice come out and it comes out of her own mouth. Okay? Anywho, YouTubers, like I said before, if Spice wants to do surgery, that's her own damn prerogative. She have a right to do with her body whatever she wants to do with it. And the folks who are spilling the beans, if she is down there in the DR, the folks who are spilling the beans, I wouldn't use them if I were you guys. Anybody thinking of having a BBL or a tummy tuck or facelift, don't use these people because they are blabber mouths. They're going to tell you tea. From the doctors to Maria, who is supposed to be the recovering nurse, to the consultants, every last one of them is going to tell you tea. So if you're thinking of going down there to the DR and do any type of surgery, use somebody completely different. YouTubers, I'm over now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to this video. Thank you for watching.